lakad matatag!
Normally. Tower, just get something like that, and that's not stun. I don't like it.
No.
I think stun plus nuke damage, because with the Monkey King, if you have an...
Down the bot, small right clicks, Enryu taking quite a lot of punch right now. Nice boundless lands onto two of them. And oh, he didn't actually use his stick charges fast enough. The right click came in from Ponyo unexpectedly. And alright, first one picked up there for the position 5. You know,
with like a really sneaky angle like this, I play like 4 as my main position, I can relate.
Yeah, doesn't get much better, but up top, WS gets brought down. First meta usage paying off nicely.
Now that I can relate.
Yeah, 100%. Might, you know, as a result, if his CS doesn't start picking up, he might rely on the rotations coming from the Pangolin. Meanwhile, Hated taking a bit of a beating. The tag team slows with the Spirit Siphon, doing a lot of work. One more crit swarm's all they're going to need. Still up in a couple of seconds, though, and actually going to turn around with the Tombstone. Force them to disengage. Meanwhile, we're talking about that in the mid. Yeah, Wonderboy dies.
Wonderboy is dead, and on top lane, WS should be dying as well, right? I think they should just have the death buff, but not quite, thanks to a good tag team instead. Tusk. It's gone a second.
Which the Disruptor is able to pick up. Meanwhile, though, they're still actually going to try and go on top of Ken right now. There's not much mana to work with, trapped into the shards. Actually uses his mana available to go for the shield crash rather than a swashbuckle. There's going to be a glimpse dragging him back, and Pangolier just gets brought down. Potato trying to poke onto Wonderboy, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, they get the highest value kill across the board, exactly the one they needed. Pangolier is still on top of net worth, but this is so much gold swinging around the way.
There is finally that bit of wiggle room for him to work with. He's still bottom of CS, he's bottom of net worth. So any little bit of room he gets, definitely going to be nice to help bump him up. Oh, glimpse, dragging back Hated. Mango's actually made his own rotation towards the top, and that is an easy kill there on towards Hated. So, position 5 picked up. And see if they want to try him.
Will be such a timing, because for now Monkey King is doing too bad, and Raging Potato goes down to the death drop at the top.
Yeah, glimpse back. Rolling Thunder coming through though. Neon, they want to try and take this fight. They've got the grab on towards Disruptor. Down goes WS as well. It's not looking too bad. But the immediate return around, Fortune Soul gets deleted. And now Atlantis looking like they're in the lead. Bounder Strike lands onto 2. Hayes getting low. Keep himself alive. The decay stacks, but eventually will fall. Wonderboy just ticking down from the urn. Will fall. And Mango manages to escape into the trees. So all in all, it ends up being a 3-for-2 exchange, or 3-for-3 actually. It's their TB.
It's still a win for Neon, just because they create space, but with the TB dying, it's hardly a win anymore. Now down goes that Tusk, and they will get another return kill added to the scoreboard there. Nice.
Yeah, it looks like the Monkey King keeps trying to go onto like the Mirana if he can, but just can't quite find the opening. Instead, perfect arrow lands. Oh, now Mango's getting involved. There's no leap charges left for Enryu. But he can't get it. The swashbuckle brings him down before he gets the kill. Maybe Wonderboy could get the return grab, but he's actually out of no remnants. Yeah, Ken should be able to just walk himself away, especially with 8 nearby. Yeah, Tombstone makes the space. Alright, that was chaotic as hell.
You just commit everything in there. I mean, Neon obviously just want to make space.
He jumps right and cross of Raging Potato. Boundless comes in, but actually immediately into the smoke, followed up by the arrow. Oh no, what a perfect combo. Mango Rose just gets locked down. Eventually will die, but here comes a response. Wonderboy, I think maybe overextended a little bit. He will get picked off. Going to be the glimpse pull back onto Potato. So we'll
I think
be a 2-for-1.
thought the Ricky was just gone back. Because Smoke Cloud is just the biggest issue a Monkey King can have. It can lock you in the tree even if you have gotten the ultimate out before. But he wasn't even able to press the ultimate. At least Ricky gets out, so
He's got to get himself away.
From the looks of it, they will. Exorcism has been committed. Death Prophet. Now it's caught an ultimate for over a minute of death. Disruptor is gonna be dead to the Ricky with the Blink Strike.
Yeah, there's no way to survive that one, unfortunately. Just gets caught out. Sand's also in some danger as well as Wonderboy. Enryu able to get the Spirit Vessel connection. Might be enough to actually tick him out. It's going to be a dead Void Spirit unless the save comes in. Last second, the final tick actually got the kill. They will at least get the response on towards Enryu, bringing down the Mirana. But already it's not too bad of a fight for Neon. See what extra damage they can do. Hated, staying alive for as long as possible, allows Fortune Soul to get that extra kill. And now the DP. Is there any way to escape? I don't think there is. The right click's raining in. Down she goes. Mango Rose.
Yeah, I mean, Neon, they're getting what they want right now, because Atlantis have missed that early game timing, but their timing continues onward as long as the exorcisms are ready to fight with. Death Prophet would really like level 12 before the next big fight breaks loose, but I don't think Neon are going to give you that space. Now Ricky gets hold of.
Yeah, it's a dead Ricky. Media gets spawned from Ponyo. The Roll Thunder come through. Sans trying to TP, but the connection from Ken there at the last moment will get the +1 onto the Tusk. They're looking to see if they can find WS as well. Got a couple of zombies on the case. Mango Rose, though, wants to set up for really good Wukongs. He's going to be able to get it off. Going to be nice lockdown. Immediate burst on towards Hated. Down goes the Undying, but everyone else does manage to get outside of the radius quickly. Even still, though, Enryu on the case of WS to want to find the grab onto this Death Prophet if they can. She's trying to hide in the trees, but will get found. Exodus, though, doing a lot of damage. But regardless, still won't be enough. Wonder Boy. Nice usage of the Ghost Scepter to avoid a lot of that physical damage. Even still, Ken, he's not giving up. He's still going for it.
Finally they get him.
Oh, that roll up.
Pangolier. Yeah. Pangolier.
Really in the favor of Neon. 100%.
Yeah, Neon. I mean, they could start struggling now, but until the next matchup, Ultimate is available. Okay, well, they do lose their Undying because Monkey King is now finally able to join his team. And Rick could be in a little bit of trouble, but with that Tombstone, they gotta focus that down first.
Yeah, they got the arrow set up on towards Mango. They're trying to make space with the MK to survive. He does actually get out, but it doesn't matter. The damage still comes in. They've got two. Probably going to be a third there. Don't think anyway Sans can get himself out of this very sticky situation. I mean, it looked good to start, but quickly turned around.
Yeah, Atlantis BB looking close to a BKB as well, so with a BKB he may be able to join his team with the next meta. Void Spirit has gotten himself caught, and I think he's dead.
Yeah, he tried to get himself out, barely alive, but will still fall. Ends up just being the 1-for-1, but the Glimpse always got a +1. Oh, straight into the bound as well. Perfectly timed, but still with the heal comes in from the mechanism. Not dead yet. Finally, Emery would die, but getting involved, Fortune Soul brings down Ponyo, trying to beat into WS, but he should be able to get himself out of the radius. Hated as well, standing his ground versus Sans, but one more uppercut brings him low. Meanwhile, by the tier 2, WS running away, but just not fast enough, will still die. Ken's Curry, though, does actually get picked off with his blink. That's kind of big. But Atlantis, they're still chasing for more. Wow, how's that snowball in range? They got the connection. Fortune Soul's in some real danger right now. Mango's on top of him. There is going to be the Sunder turning this around. They got the ground with the Sands, but regardless, Fortune Soul still alive, trying to get himself out with the TP. That was ambitious.
A hero to carry them. Exactly, so this doesn't happen to them.
Yeah, true. Arrow lands onto Sands, trying to bring down the Tusk. Still alive for now. Actually gets healed up there from the Guardian Greaves. Hey, it's trying to get the finishing touch. Will get punished for it, but the tick out from the Spirit Vessel, at least being a trade of supports. Buybacks, though, from both sides. Wukong's committed, as well as the BKB from Mango Rose, but everyone from Neon just disengages. And the smoke cloud on top of Ponyo, he couldn't even go for the glimpse. Finally, we get a connection. It's onto Fortune Soul. The TB, miles out of position, completely separated. It's a disaster now for Neon. They're just going to try and disengage, or are they? They're still hanging about. Maybe thinking about trying to go in.
Really nice three-man swashbuckle, keeping things under control. Otherwise, that was looking disastrous. Now a nice smoke to follow things up. Pangolier once again reinitiated.
Yeah, a lot of damage. Good snowball save, though, keeping the Void Spirit alive for now. With the Dissimulate, it's going to be able to disengage, and the immediate turnaround. Ken is gone. The rest of Neon are trying desperately to salvage this situation, get any kill they can. They're trying to find Wonder Boy, juking him through the trees, but he's still away. Another Dissimulate, and he actually goes in aggressively to get the double kill, and he's not even done yet. Wanted the third, but Sans will get it instead. What a huge is his score. Not quite ideal. We were Neon, though. They're committing quite a lot of heroes up towards the top. They've got the Sleeping Dart set up into the arrow. Is there any way that there could be a save to come on in? There is actually an E-Blade, making a bit of room. AoE damage, still not enough. He's able to get off the Guardian Creeps, but still the barrage of right-clicks rains in from Fortune Soul. That was close, though. That was very close.
Yeah, I love that insta-smoke after from the side of Neon, too. They are looking for more, pushing the aggression now that they finally see an opening to take back the lead, Aegis or no Aegis, but will not quite find anybody.
Teo gonna bump in towards the Tusk. Arrow coming on in. There's going to be the initial setup, but is there going to be much follow-up? Doesn't look like it. The Stack Storm used purely defensive. Wonder Boy just immediately deletes Rage It Potato. Gone in a second, and now Wukongs gets the connection onto Enryu. Silence, we can't leap out, but still Just walking away is enough to make the space. So no one gets picked off any further there from the side of Neon. But that's another problem he's already been dealt with right now, so they could potentially turn this fight around. And the Monkey King's actually just allowed to walk out of the smoke. No sort of ways for Neon to walk him in.
It's good enough because they know the Terrorblade just come back, and now they will turn around into Raging Potato and instantly annihilate.
Wow, yeah, Ricky did not last long at all. He thought he could get +1, and now, yeah, 5 versus 4. Atlantis just going to keep hitting buildings, Wukongs to make space, and I don't think there's anything Neon can do to stop this.
That's a rough start into the tournament for Neon, because now, sure, Terrorblade, he has a meta, and maybe with that meta time they're able to take a fight here, but even just losing the range tracks this early on is a really bad omen for them. They will get the Monkey King finally, and with the BKB meta, they have a few more seconds that they can dish out this damage.
Looks like they're trying to, but turnaround from Atlantis maybe. They brought down Enryu, Sans is going to lose his life. It looks like the rest of Atlantis will just disengage. Wonderboy getting chased after, but he's not going to turn around aggressively. Still just trying to walk himself out. The body blocks from the Undying, all the slows and grabs in the world, and eventually will get brought low. So 3 people dead there for Atlantis. It did cost him a buyback on the Mirana.
Yeah, I think that's a well. Pike first to get yourself a little bit of repositioning going for those team fights. But after that, you need a damage item, any kind of damage item. I don't care if it's an MKB, Bluscale, whatever the hell.
If there's any way to increase his DPS, is going to be very, very handy to work with. Meanwhile, the Ponyo does get picked off, and some more connection problems. Da 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 da. Magical stuff.
Oh boy, so himself under tier 3. He still has an ultimate and a BKB to work with.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually going to try and engage right now from Neon. Lock it down on towards Ponyo. Bold Disruptor is caught out. Can the rest of the team to help him as much as possible? They committed the Wukongs, but the Disruptor is already dead. And everyone else just walks away from the Monkey King's ultimate right now. And actually Ken jumping aggressive with this double damage rune. They got the sleep on towards the MK, but the arrow actually ends up missing. Bit of a misplay there coming out from Neon, and now they're in potential danger. Boundless collects onto loads of people. Raging Potato is gone, so is Hated, and now the TB has to stand his ground. The Death Prophet gets disintegrated right now, but Mango Rose in deep amongst everybody. The right clicks are just raining in. Has to get the 4-staff away. The save from the E-Blade coming in from the Void Spirit. There's a lot of turnaround. Everyone from Neon is just dropping like flies. And Fortune Soul, the only survivor.
They had a Tombstone. He has the Aghanims done. He has the Gleipnir done for some extra farm, and is queuing himself a Daedalus. That's the only item he really ever needs to manfight the Terrorblade. Either Daedalus or a Skull Basher. Ricky is trying to set up onto Mango Rose, but do not underestimate this man. Look at this. Ricky almost gets instant killed.
Yeah, they keep trying to poke and prod, but now Wonderboy is here. Looks like he's thinking about trying to blow up on towards the Undying. Instead, trying to go for the Ricky right now. Another Tricks of the Trade. Mule sets her up, used from the Ricky himself to try and delay this with the AoE silence. Just puts a stop to it immediately, and both supports gonna die. Okay, Glimmer Cape, strongest item in the game, no detection. Nated, he just walks himself away. Oh, okay, he still gets found. He's dead. Or is he?
Yeah,
yes,
they do get him. I will say I understand why Raging Potato is feeding. It's just a very hard game. You're a support player, you've been there yourself, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mid lane, we're gonna see more supports feeding. This is gonna be the Disruptor. Gets a nice Guardian Greaves, but not enough to save him.
Wonderboy also jumping through, but doesn't actually get the connection to anybody. Trying to go onto Zenryu. Doing his best. Gotta be careful they don't overextend right now. Arrow comes through, doesn't land. Meanwhile, Sans jumping aggressive himself. Got the further lockdown on towards the Mirana. And with the Ether Remnant, down she goes. A lot of damage there onto Sans, but that's also...
Until that meta is done and you're ready to pretty much turn around.
You see a bit of smoke on smoke action. They both break. Immediate jump is there on towards Kem. Angler is still alive for now. Can he get himself out of there? Hated cannot do so. He's stuck in position. Eventually Ken will fall. 2 deaths with Neon. Looks like it's going to be a third there as Raging Potato also caught. At least all 3 of those do have buyback, but probably going to see another high ground.
They establish a gold lead, hold it for 10 to 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden the game goes south.
It does. I mean, they actually do a lot of damage on towards Mango Rose. They're trying to TP out. Whew! Just in time. He actually manages to complete it, and he is away. Arrow actually gets the connection on towards Sans as well. Could be the an extra +1 grab if they can get it, but instead Sans pops a BKB, turns around, Hated dead, so is Raging Potato. Enryu dies. What just happened? 3 people die in a matter of seconds.
Like the mistake that everyone is making here. They don't get that Wonder Boy is the one and Monkey King is the 2 now, not the other way around. Invis heroes and everything else is nuked there. So the brief second you see somebody, they're just dead.
Yeah, and so is the TV. Gom does have a bike available, but they're not even going to bother using it. Chi-Ji is called. Neon tap
He
out.
confidently dives the fountain looking for a free Mirada. Just kind of standing there taunting, and Ryu like, look at the fountain not being able to kill me.
With the Brood Hood snap as well, and their final pick, they go for the Faceless Void. Which, you know, is actually quite nice. A lot of times when I see teams pick up the Faceless Void, it's with other cores which can't...
About can they stun you before you stun them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because neither team really has one of those traditional tanks, right? The tankiest hero here is probably the Tuscan Spirit Breaker. And Fortune Soul does manage to time walk off that tons of damage he just took for the rune. Which he tries to go for the mid lane and, well, takes a load of damage to the face.
Yeah, does get brought down. Manga Rose obviously moves himself away from the creep wave, but he picks up a free kill, so, you know, he's happy with that. Bit of extra experience. Meanwhile, this mid actually going very, very nicely for Ken. 11-4 on the Ember Spirit versus the 5-0 of Wonder Boy. Obviously, he's about to hit level 3.
But if until then Nature's Prophet just gets to absorb all of that space for himself, then... Oof, okay, they do get a kill actually off of Raging Potato finding a beautiful cookie.
That was really good. I mean, Sans, I think he was holding the point. He could have potentially taken the snowball to try and go for the save, but maybe he was just holding on for too long. Raging Potato, though, will at least get traded away. Oh, Manga Rose getting the kill credit there because of the Treants. Alright, that's,
that's
a little silver lining. Yeah, that's something.
Well, it's beautiful for the Atlantis fans, because honestly, I think Neon deserves to see how they execute it out.
Yeah, it all depends whether if Atlantis can keep the aggression going. I mean, so far this bottom lane, yeah, it's pretty much a trade. You got 21-2 to WS, 20-3 there in Fortune Soul, so everyone's just getting an even spread. Actually, a bit of aggression straight away to Hayden. Wow, he just gets annihilated there with the Inkswell on top. That's a nice free pick off. I'm sure they would like that to bid on Fortune Soul, but you know, a kill's a kill.
Oh yeah, if you just kill a Fortune Soul, it's not like Fortune Soul has any kills, has anything of travel. That means the dead lane is always going to be pushing in for the side of Atlantis. And Neon, they realize just because their lanes are kind of going well does not mean they're winning and they need kills. Wonder Boy is just gonna try to TP out.
Yeah, nice play from Ken. Power of the haste rune, still got plenty of the duration left, gonna be fine. Actually, the charge still coming in from WS, but Slight Fist again puts a stop to that. Very nicely played there from the Ember Spirit to get that free kill and evade death. Now potential turnaround. Got the stun collection on towards Sans, poking and prodding, but there is going to be the snowball. Even the TP coming in. Mango Rose going to get involved right now. Commit everything to get the kill onto this Ember Spirit. He's silenced up, got no uses of the Fire Remnants. And down he goes. The TP from Enryu just came in way too late to do any difference.
Yep. And the freaking Keeper of the Light is so important because you delay his boots of travel. He was so close to having those. And you also get Ken some much needed counter XP because he's now going for the greedy Maelstrom build. And I think that really does pay off if you get level max and stay assist early on. And don't die to ganks like this.
He actually used his Vibrant to go in aggressively there. Maybe it's such a good turnaround as he's still alive. He's able to disengage, Rage of Potato get involved, the quick poke, they get Ponyo instead, so Ken able to survive a 3-man gank and still come out ahead. Meanwhile at the bot, first chrono used, WS, he gets a bash! Can he run away? No he can't. Wow, that was like some, that'd have been hilarious if he got away with that lucky bash.
Such a big carry, he scales incredibly well and still hits like an absolute mistake.
Yeah, meanwhile at the bot, they're trying to take the fight. Manga Rose getting whacked into there from the Mortimer's Kisses. Ken also with the DD rune. He's actually out of mana right now, and in comes Wonder Boy. Look to try and turn this fight around. Good cookie to hold him back. Charge coming through, but the Bushwhack again lands onto 2. So many cancels, man. Atlantis just can't really get on top of people fast enough. And now they're in full retreat.
How's the saying go? The enemy cannot outplay you if the enemy cannot press their spells. It's being put in action right now in Sans. Well,
yeah, there's no way. It's just Hated's playing perfectly this game. He's got so many like 2-3-man bushwhacks already. He's definitely showcasing the power of this hero very, very nicely. And as a result, 3,000 gold lead, 11 minutes in, tier 1 tower top and mid gone. This is probably the strongest Neon have looked all day.
For sure. Whether it's gonna be enough or not remains. Honestly, Neon, I think they're just gonna wait for the next Snapfire kisses to be up, but Snapfire, well, it's caught for a while.
Yeah, actually, he's still alive for now. It's given a bit of time for the rest of Neon to come in. Ponyo's into real danger, will eventually drop down. Maybe Ken's going to change direction over towards Wonderboy, see if he can get it with the haste rune, but regardless, we'll give up. Instead, WS will charge away. Oh, but perfect shackles there from Ken.
Yeah, making sure you keep this aggression up. Because Neon, like I said, they're not good at playing that passive farm.
Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, as you're saying as well, once they, the Chronosphere's back up, they'll definitely look to do that. Meanwhile, we've got two-man smokes going on. Atlantis on the hunt for Enryu. We'll find the initiation right there with all the stun chain lock in the world.
Crap, so much damage.
No way to survive. Mango Rose's ultimate there, just getting the final touch, you know? You got to give money to the carry. That's what they're there for.
Oh yeah, that's why Nature's Prophet is so good. Making the most of this draft. And we'll find some task bonus with that Aghanim's shard on the Snapfire just being such a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, always nice to get those extra pickoffs. Meanwhile, in the mid, charge through on towards Hated. Finally, down goes the Squirrel. Gets a little blasted up there from the Space Cow. And the Ember Spirit, Ken, he's just picked up a Blink Dagger. Quite an interesting item choice. Because he just wants to try and get on top of the Keeper, and that ages into the hands of Neon. They could have started taking more aggressive, decisive fights, but that puts an immediate stop to it. And that is why you always put a Sentry Ward in the pit. This classic 101 Dota.
Yep, it is gonna stay a 1v1 from the looks of it. Wonderboy, he Dagon's Raging Potato to the face, but Raging Potato, his nuke damage is simply faster because, of course, Keeper of the Light, he works by reducing your magic resistance gradually. If it's just an instant drop into the Dagon, then you don't get the soda bind damage amplification, and it's really not that great.
Yeah, WS was getting chased up by Enryu. He saw the fact that all of his spiders just died from an invis. Space Cow charging through. Instead, Fortune Soul still hanging around. It looks like Neon, despite not having the Aegis, want to try and take a fight. They got the connection towards Space Cow, but not landing. The stun landed to Fortune Soul, so he couldn't drop his ultimate, but it doesn't really matter. They're still coming out on top for now. Fortune Soul jumping up, wants to go on towards the Spirit Breaker, ignoring everyone else.
Ultimate anymore. Okay, maybe?
Bushwhack off the mark this time. Hated used up all of his good bushwhacks at the start of the game. He's missing quite a few, but still, Neon keeping the aggression going forward. Pokemon towards the Space Cow. Fortune Soul's now going to pop the BKB. Jumping forwards, Chrono gets dropped on top of Fortune's, on top of the MP. Yeah, it's locked now.
One hero that, like, even with this big of a lead, still justifies it. The good thing is, at least by Tusk being there, two of the lanes have started pushing in again for Atlantis. They are creating space, but creating space against the team with the better late game generally doesn't lead to victories. Maybe if Ember Spirit could have gotten his Lincoln, but he didn't. God.
Yeah, that's actually a really big kill. 6 kill spree going towards Mango Rose, 800 gold. That's a very, very nice pick.
Was 20 gold away from the Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, now he's going to be a bit further than that. WS having to just charge the spiders to make space for Wonderboy to disengage. Now thinking about poking around. Glepnir grab with a Dagon. Blows up the Squirrel.
That's a fun item to watch.
Yeah, it's a fun item to watch, not fun item to be hit by.
I was about to say, not if you're a support to play against. That's a different story.
Oh,
well, that's the Snapfire ultimate just traded for BKB and TP out.
Yeah. It's not terrible there for Neon. I mean, was that a... that was an 8-second BKB. If it was 6 seconds, wouldn't have been too bad, but get rid of that 8-1. It's not too bad of a loss. Meanwhile, up top, Fortune Soul, another Dagon to the face. But somehow Ponyo actually got the last touch there. Support power!
Yeah, those tendrils, I guess. But now over on bottom lane, Sans barely managed to escape. Or does he? There's a carry for a change.
Yeah, just able to get so much value off the map. 7, 4, and 7, top of net worth. About 2,000 gold ahead of his counterpart carry of Fortune Soul. And looks like he's got a completed Hurricane Pike in 150 gold. And then, see what he's going to go for next. God Data's also queued. Meanwhile, in the mid, Wonderboy into real danger right now. Bushwhack misses again. That's going to allow Wonderboy to escape. Now potential turnaround.
Yep.
Focus on to Ken, able to avoid it with the Sleight of Fist, but just hopping around. There is going to be the Chronosphere, lands onto 2. That is going to be a dead Wonder Boy for sure. See what else they can get. Ken nearly alive, does manage to get one Remnant away. This is working out nicely, but Neon does a drop actually to the back lines there of Sans to get the call, but this fight is just looking all Neon. As WS at least able to evade death with Sans, but still it's a 3-for-1. Probability. It's like moved around a tiny bit, but it's been pretty even for a long time now. But actually, that's going to upset it a little bit. Wonder Boy gets picked off. Very, very nice kill to find there. And now, no call.
Gets shredded, and well, that's the good thing about the Keeper of the Light, because that Keeper of the Light split pushing in the risky spots, so Nature's Prophet doesn't have to do it. They almost caught Nature's Prophet there as well. Now Nature's Prophet teleports in over the top lane, almost gets killed up by Fortune Soul with the BKB. Fortune Soul still looking for the kill, but doesn't get range on Time Walk.
No, looks like they might be able to at least settle for a grab there onto Ponyo, but that is actually Chronosphere committed for 2 minutes. I mean, obviously they still have the Aegis, so it's hard for Atlantis to fight into them, especially seems like they just lost Sans elsewhere to Ken. Although Mango Rose is trying to do his best to trade away, but in comes Hated with the Bushwhack, lands the Sharpshooter as well. Nature's Prophet pops the BKB, still wants to try and go for this grab on towards the Ember. Will find him eventually.
A mistake and fall for splitting the map here, because Neon's push is starting to look way, way better, and you do kind of want to capitalize on this huge... There we go, Chrono initiation.
Yeah, with the Mormon's Kisses raining in, Sharpshooter as well, all the burst damage. And that is a Death Prophet gone for 80 seconds, no buyback, but still Atlantis want to try and take this fight. They're taking huge casualties though. Wonder Boy gets picked off at the back lines, 3 people are gone, just like that, no buyback. And this Ember Spirit is just still going for more, he's relentless. Glepnir also getting the grab on towards WS. But it looks like that might be too far right now, or is it? The route from the Brood Mother denies the escape. They don't have any buybacks available. Can they just end if they just take this building?
So. I mean, this is looking disastrous now. And the biggest mistake was they thought Neon were Blossom, then thought they could reinitiate. And their reinitiate just whiffed. All of their spells were wasted by the Lincoln Spheres and similar. And yeah.
Yeah, it just was not enough. There's a couple starting to respawn now on the side of Atlantis. Could be too little too late. Just look at the long range damage. They don't have to commit anything. And they're just picking them apart. There is going to be the snowball, but it just sends them deeper into the jaws of death. They both die. Now a couple more members of Atlantis respawning there with Mango Rose. 4-star at least able to avoid the Bushwhack. But still Ancient down to half HP. Nice usage of the Sprouts actually, so they don't have the vision to actually hit onto him. It's just the Brood Mother, but regardless, now they're going to change focus over towards the heroes. Rage of Potato is gone, but so is Mango Rose. WS now is going to run out, but Fortune Soul just hit the engine.
It's gonna die in the GG. Neon, they finally did it! Though it was mostly because Atlantis made that one crucial mistake towards the end there. Thinking they actually had to defend the high ground and had to commit for a fight.
Yeah, their Nature's Prophet just got...
Right.